So it seems that when word gets out about someone's mistake, everybody loves beating a dead horse, and continues to badger each other about it too.
Whenever a chance came, the other engines would talk of nothing but bootlaces. James tried to get his own back, talking about engines who got shut up in tunnels and stuck on hills. But they wouldn't listen.
I see even the stories of Gordon and Henry's past faux pas haven't vanished either. Why do we love opening up old wounds? Thinking nothing of James's comebacks, Gordon continued to boast about how significant his role was on the island.
I've pulled expresses for years and have never once lost my way. I seem to know the right line by instinct.
Right, just like how you had the instinct to take a train of trucks up your own hill and get stuck on it, I think not. The next morning, Gordon furthered his obnoxious agenda onto James.
It's nearly time for the express. What are you doing? Odd jobs? Oh, well, we all have to begin somewhere, don't we? Run along now and get my coaches.
My God, Gordon. I get that you used to do this to Edward, but now you're good with him. Why do you have to haze new engines? Just put everybody down, why don't you? Also, that eye alignment on James is off. Someone really should have fixed that. And with that, James fetched Gordon's coaches. Of course, this time James was using the correct method by having them glide easily straight into the station. Trying to perk himself up, James hopes to himself that he would get the chance to take the express. And hear that busy station theme? Love it. Meanwhile, Gordon was getting ready to show off again.
Look at me now, he puffed, and the coaches glided after him. Poop, 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 poop. Goodbye, little James. See you tomorrow.
I'm glad James doesn't seem to be taking it too hard, though. Once the train was no longer visible, James went back to shunting his trucks, and also got another passenger train ready for boarding. As he was doing this, all of a sudden Gordon came creeping in with the dumbest look on his face. Ha! Serves you right again, Gordon. James, on the other hand, saw his chance to rub it in his face.
Did you lose your way, Gordon? Said James. No, it was lost for me. I was switched off the main line onto the loop. I had to go all round and back again. Perhaps it was instinct, said James.
Oh, Gordon got burned. Concurrently, the passengers that were aboard the train were demanding their money back. However, if it were not for Sir Topham Hatt himself, things would have went further south. Convincing the mob that the train would still be on schedule, Top Hat asked James if he would be able to do the job.
Will you pull it for us, James? Yes, sir, I'll try. So James was coupled on and everyone got in. Do your best, James, said the fat controller.
And with that, James took the express all by himself through the whole journey, whizzing through all kinds of landmarks like, holy crap, yes, the friggin' viaduct. By far the best views shown in a while. When they reached the end of their route, Top Hat came over to congratulate James.
Well done, he said. Would you like to pull the express sometimes? Yes, please, answered James.
Not sure whistles can do that, but funny nonetheless. The following day, James ran up next to Gordon, who was moving a line of trucks. And instead of deciding to give James the silent treatment, Gordon manages to open up about his change in practice. Shunting troublesome trucks from time to time was a way for him to relax on days he didn't want to take the express. Of which James was content with hearing, I'm sure.
James and Gordon are now good friends. James sometimes takes the express to give Gordon a rest. Gordon never talks about bootlaces, and they are both quite agreed on the subject of trucks.
I don't think anyone enjoys working with trucks at this point, in all honesty. And with that, we end James and the Express. This episode was much better than the previous one. Although it's still annoying that Gordon seems to be stuck in his old ways when it comes to smaller engines, it was nice to see such a quick turnaround for him this time in his attitude. As for James, he lucked out twice with the big man himself. This time, however, even if James couldn't end up pulling the train, Sir Topham Hatt probably would not have been mad at him. It's also great to see that James kept in mind the lessons he had learned when it came to moving the coaches. This shows he's growing as a character. I would like to know where Henry was at this point, though. He is, after all, the second biggest engine so far on the island. The one thing that didn't make sense to me was that after Gordon's U-turn, he could no longer pull the train. It's not like he was mechanically inoperable. The reasoning just isn't that clear, but something I'll let slide this time. The music and set pieces are as good as they've been. The busy station theme is a jolly little tune, and the viaduct outmatches any scenery I've stated prior to this. Yes, even Gordon's hill view. It's been several episodes since we've seen this beautiful setting. That's all I gotta say for this one. Next episode is Thomas and the Guard. Thanks for watching.